Are we in? Are we live? Okay, I think we're finally live. All right, great. Hi everyone. Um so this is the would-be wedding live stream. Welcome. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me in quarantine. Um this is my first time ever doing a YouTube live stream. Just I'm figuring this out as I go. Um, we would Don't worry, we would have done a dress rehearsal before the actual wedding. Had It would have been yesterday if today were the actual wedding. Um, and I'm But now this is kind of my trial by fire when it comes to live streaming. So if it seems choppy or like I don't know what I'm doing, it's only because I don't really know what I'm doing. But we're gonna figure this out together. So, first off, just like I said, welcome. Thank you for being here. Just feel free to say hey. Um, Looks like I have an unstable connection though, so it might be a little bit choppy. Yeah, so if you're here, want to say hi, just go ahead and give me a shout out in the comment section below, or in the chat room. Otherwise, I guess I'll just feel like you're here. If you're new to YouTube as well and you're not comfortable with the chat room, if you want to just WhatsApp me and say hi, that's cool too. Also, at the end, I will be doing. I'll be answering some of your questions. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and again put them in the chat. Or if you feel more comfortable WhatsApping or Facebook messaging me, go ahead and do that as well. So, as I said before, today would be actually right now would be the start of my wedding to Christine, who I know is watching now. Hey, babe, love you. But because we are not married, because we were not married when I came in, they would not let me stay with her at her apartment, and I had to come to this hotel. If you've been watching my videos, and you know the whole story. But there's also a good chance that the only people watching right now are my family. So again, I don't really know. In which case you already know the story. But yeah, so it's today's been a really tough day. It's been an emotional day after 6 months of not being able to see each other, 2 canceled trips, of her coming to Dubai in March and then me going to Singapore in April, having to cancel both those trips because of COVID. This extra 2 weeks of being apart is just taking more from a barrel that's already pretty drained. So yeah, it's a tough day, but as I've said in my previous videos, I just really appreciate all the love and support that you guys have sent my way. It's really been helping Christine and I through this. And yeah, you guys are giving us the strength and the courage to just try to make the most of this situation. And most importantly, you guys have just constantly been reminding us to turn to Jesus in these moments, to cling to God in this time, because while everything else is hectic and chaotic, He is the one thing that is stable. So having that in is having you guys send that and sending those reminders really helps us. Yeah. So again, thank you for that. Because today would be the day, I don't know if this will work, and but I want to try and play a song for you guys. This is recorded by who I call Nuna. That would be my older sister-in-law, and she recorded this for Christine and I. So hopefully you can hear it. seemed to be working for a while. Oh, what happened? This is exactly why we're doing a live stream today, is to work out these kinks. And I can't seem to get it to play anymore. Sorry, Nuna. Um, yeah, that was Christine's sister singing that. It's it's beautiful. Uh, for those of you tuning in that don't speak Korean, it says, "We pray for your grace, put our hands together to shine brightly on this dawned morning. O Lord, wash away our sins with your holy blood, that we may relish the happiness and the love of God. In faith and hope and love, together we walk the way to thee. O Lord, the bells of your love, the bells of our love, let us all be surrounded at this time. We pray for your grace, put our hands together to stay in the hills the Lord has reserved. O Lord, shine a new light in our hearts and guide us in the words of truth. By holding each other, covering each other, loving each other, together we walk the way to thee. O Lord, the bells of your love, the bells of our love, let us all be surrounded at this time." So thank you, Nuna. That is really encouraging. And that means a lot to us at this time. And I wish the audio were working so that we could hear it, because that was you're singing is beautiful, and these lyrics are beautiful. So thank you. Um, yeah, wow. Okay, moving on. So today is obviously not the wedding day, because we can't be together in the same room, and that's kind of important for the wedding. So the main question is, when is the next wedding going to be? Well, it's we have a couple dates in mind. So there is actually a chance that I could be released from quarantine about a week early. Um, so again, as I said, the reason that we are not able to be quarantined together, or me be quarantined at the apartment, is because we're not legally family. There's no legal document that can prove our relationship. That's why I'm here. So logically, if we could change our relationship status to legally married, then I could finish out the quarantine in her apartment, and then we could be together, get married, and live happily ever after. In order to do that, there's a couple things we need, and the main thing, or really not, maybe not the main thing, but the first step in getting that done is getting an affidavit from the U.S. Embassy saying that I am not married and therefore can be married. Ordinarily, I'd have to go into the embassy to pick that up, and get it notarized and signed. Um, Obviously, you can't do that, but I've been talking to an official at the embassy who is saying that it is possible for me to get that affidavit while in quarantine. So if we can get that, I don't actually have to be present for the legal registry of our marriage. So Christine would be able to take that, register us at the county office, and then we would be legally married, and then I could go. If that's the case, that'll probably take the rest of this week to sort that out, depending on how quickly I can get that affidavit. And if that's the case, then we could be having the ceremony as early as next weekend, the 27th, 28th, one of those 2 days. Otherwise, if I do have to stay here for the whole 2 weeks, then that would put me out on the 2nd, in which case, that's the Thursday. So Friday would be the 3rd. But then that Saturday is the 4th of July. So there's a conflict. I don't know if I want my wedding to compete with, America's birthday. So, but I do like the idea of having fireworks every year for our anniversary. Um, that's a cool thought. But yeah, it's also be cool to have like, our own special holiday of our anniversary and having another special day to celebrate America. So we'll see what happens there. But then again, I might just do it Sunday the 5th. That would be Saturday night in the US. And then of course Sunday morning in UAE and Turkey. But we will definitely be sure to get that date out to you, and we will still are planning on doing the live stream. Okay, so that is the update for that. Now, I want to share with you guys some of the, again, if you guys have questions, go ahead and put them in the live stream. Just a reminder, if you tuned in before I made that first announcement, go ahead and put those in the chat or WhatsApp them to me if you don't feel comfortable using the YouTube chat room. I want to share with you guys some of the basic guidelines, some of the rules for being in quarantine. When I arrived in this room, I had bags of stuff already provided for me, and in those bags was a list of guidelines. So I just want to kind of share with you what was in those bags, like what I've received. First of all, I have a ton of these coffee drips. I think I have probably around 20 of them. So they're definitely counting on me drinking more than 1 cup a day. So they've given me more beverages than I think I could possibly consume. Even if I didn't have an aversion to caffeine, I still don't know if I could drink all of that in 2 weeks. They've also given me these 2 giant bottles of water, these massive things, which I haven't even opened yet. I haven't needed to, because with every meal I get a bottle of water. So I have so much water here that I have not even been. There's no need. But then there's also just lots of stuff. The meals that they're giving me, there's a ton of food. I don't think I've finished an entire box yet. Or if I have finished it, I'll get the entire box, and then I'll get this container of rice to go with the box. So if I finish the box, I can't finish the rice. If I finish the rice, I can't finish the box. It's just a ton of food. And I'm getting married soon, so I gotta be careful. I got a waistline to look after, Also in the box, I've got disinfectant spray, which is for the trash, but I'll get into that in a little bit. And I've also got the hand sanitizer. Because I guess it's good to sanitize my hands in my own quarantine room, even though there is no COVID in this room. And I know that because I failed the test, which is a good thing. So my test results came back yesterday. I am negative. I don't have the COVID. Thank you, Lord. But for whatever reason, I still have to stay here, even though I don't have it. That's been a common question. Question two. Hey, your test comes back negative. Why do you still have to be quarantined? I don't know. I've been told it's because people can still get it again. But it's still like, I'm not going to give it to them again because I don't have it. I guess I could still get it from someone who gets it again. But then I think that's when I should go back into quarantine. I don't know. It's not my call. Not my pig, not my farm. But what is my farm are these guidelines that I have to obey. So the first thing that they really want me to know in doing this is they really want me to know that even though I am in a hotel, they are not operating as a hotel. It's bold, underlined, first line here. Says, this is a quarantine facility. We do not operate as a hotel and do not provide hotel services such as housekeeping and room service. Items such as towels and bedding are disposed once you leave. Extra towels and bedding will not be provided. The facility headquarters will only provide basic items such as coffee, tea, water, sugar, and toilet paper upon your request. So one thing I think I'm going to be doing in the deepest pits of my boredom is I will probably be testing the limits on what I can and cannot request, um, which may also be testing their patience. I've been tempted already, and it's only a matter of time before I break, to just pick up the phone and just try to order room service just to see what they do and how long it will take before they start screening my calls. We'll see. But they do deliver the food very regularly. Item delivery times are during breakfast, 6:30 to 7 in the morning, and they'll actually make an announcement. That's basically my alarm clock, just through the hotel PA system, saying, or the quarantine facility PA system, sorry, not hotel, letting us know that breakfast is served and we can go outside and pick it up off our little bedside table that is in the hall. Yeah. It's too early. It's just breakfast is 6:30 to 7:30, lunch is 11:30 to 12, and dinner is 5:30 to 6. It's good food, not my ideal time, but hey, I'm gonna eat when I have food. That's just how it is. Things they will provide is water, sugar, green tea, coffee, toilet paper, tissue, 220-volt adapter, waste sanitizing spray, cotton swab, waste bag. They're just the basics, but I want to see what else is on there. I mainly want to know if they have other things besides green tea. Like if a brother can get some jasmine or some rooibos, that would be fantastic. But we'll find out when I ask. Outside business and default menu is Korean. There are 4 choices: Korean, Western, vegetarian, and halal. Once you change your meal choice, bold underlined, no further changes will be possible during your stay. So right now I'm very content with the Korean. I might change to Western next week, but I'm really afraid of the Western food because in my experience, in Asian countries, the Western food isn't that great. Yeah. So I think I'll just, for now, I'm quite content with the Korean food, and my digestion is just so good with this kimchi going on every day. Yeah, it's going great. Yeah, the rest of this, they've got some instructions here on how to prevent COVID. Luckily, there's pictures because I can't read Korean. And it's basically all the stuff that's been on every single billboard since March. Nothing new there. But the general rules, 14 days of entry, I must stay in the designated room for the isolation period. I think if I was on vacation in Seoul, I might want to stay at this hotel. The room is pretty nice. If you can see behind me, right there, you have hangers that you can take off the rack. So that's how you know that this is a pretty decent hotel. But also they have like a rooftop pool. They have a indoor pool. They've got a fitness center. They have a VR room, like a whole room just for VR. I've never seen that at a hotel before, but I guess that's Korea for you. That's pretty cool. But I can't use any of those facilities. I am not even really allowed in the hall. So stay inside all the time. Do not wander around the hallways. Friends or even families can't stay or play in the same room. For safety, please do not open the door before scheduled time. We will make an announcement. So I'm not even I'm pretty sure they would yell at me for just hanging out with the door open. That's why I feel trapped. That's the part of this whole thing that makes me feel trapped. Now, waste management. This is the fun stuff, and they have it's a notice on here, but there's a whole page on how to do this. Basically, what I need to do, they've given me a fat stack of these orange biohazard bags for me to put my trash in. They've given me 28 bags. So, because what I'm supposed to do is take my trash bag, tie it up, and then put this bag inside of another trash bag, and then take the disinfectant spray and spray all over it. So, and then I have to set it out by a certain time every day, or else it won't get collected. So there's just lots of rules, and if you guys know me, I don't love rules. It's it's a challenge. So, delivery of packages are only allowed for urgent situations. Now, it does not say what an urgent like what specifies an urgent situation. So if you guys are going to send me anything, just go ahead and put a urgent stamp on it. If it just says urgent or for Trevor Jones, room 725, urgent situation, I think that would be fine. It says no food, no alcohols, no tobacco, but it also says we don't buy things for you. I think if it's in a box though, like, I mean, obviously, if a delivery guy shows up and saying, from McDonald's, like if McDelivery comes in, they'd probably just say no, go away, or they'd eat it themselves. But I think if they don't know what's in the box, I think they'd probably just send it up. I don't think they'd just go through my mail, would they? I don't know. I'd like to find out though. Again, I kind of just want to see what I'm allowed to get away with, especially now that I know I don't have COVID, so I'm not going to endanger anyone. But yeah. Contact the situation room. Do not communicate via personal cell phone. Situation room number is 0. That's the number I just to contact the situation room. That's what I want to treat as room service, just to see what they'll do. But yeah, I'm not allowed to smoke in here. That's fine. Anything that's damaged or lost during my stay, I have to pay for. You are strictly prohibited from going out and seeing people outside. Must stay in your room, in red, bold, underlined. And if I use the room phone to contact anybody except the situation room, then I have to pay for it. But yeah, I'm going to make a lot more calls to the situation room, I think, even if they just want to chat. Like, hello, situation room, do you need anything? Yeah, I just need some company. I'm lonely in here. Would you like to practice your English, maybe? Have a conversation with me? Maybe they'll say, I'm sorry, that's not on the pre-approved list of things we provide. I can send some sugar your way, but some conversation cannot. Only one way to find out. So those are the rules in which I'm bound, the rules by which I am bound. Let's take a look at some of the questions. There's not a few. Keegan Jones, weird name, says, did I miss the tour? You did not miss the tour. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the tour, if I was going to save that for an update video. I don't want to, I got a lot more videos to make in this next 2 weeks. I might save that for not live, but yeah. Drink one on camera right now. Show us how you drink water. All right. So I'll take this massive bottle here. It's not full, but as you can see from the perspective, it is quite huge. So I'll just, there's actually a Korean thing. I think it's called like a mukbang. That's basically a YouTube video of people eating and drinking massive amounts of food and beverage. I might be able to do that here, but this is my first step. Woo! Did it. It's gone. Wasn't one of the big bottles. Did you already finish your lunch? I did. Thanks, babe. Yeah, I did finish my lunch, all except for the rice. I don't need those carbs right now, but thank you. Can you show us outside the hotel room from your window? Yes, I can, Mingyu. This is one of my favorite things about this is this view. It's really nice. Just these green hills here and there, and a great view of the highway. So the buildings in the background. So I just look outside, and ordinarily I'll have the window open as well to let some fresh air in. So yeah, that's what I'm working with. Any other questions? Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I think, do you only comb your hair for YouTube? Yes. I This is the first time I've put product in my hair in a really long time. Yeah, even because even when I was in like lockdown in UAE, I didn't do my hair much. So this is for you. Go ahead and give me a like for doing my hair like an adult. Um, but yeah, let's good idea. Let me try doing that again. Let's see here. Hopefully it'll play. It's just spinning on me. Sorry. Wow. Thank you, Nuna. That is that. Um, wow. I'm speechless. Thank you. All right. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's. Dang, that's really good. So another question that we've gotten is, am I allowed to open the window? Yes. Usually I have the window open. I just have it closed right now because the sound of the traffic would interfere with the stream. Um, I did see yesterday. I was looking out the window yesterday, and I saw quite a sight. It was the most entertaining thing I've seen since being here, which isn't saying too much, but I also don't think it'll be topped. There was a guy. There was a guy riding a unicycle down the path, and not like it didn't look like a circus unicycle. It looked like if a dude was like a mountain biking unicycle, like he was in a really bad mountain biking accident and his bike broke in half, and all he had was the giant tire and the seat, and he decided, I'm gonna keep riding anyway. So that's what it looked like. But the weirdest part about it is I think the guy was wearing it was one of two things. Either one, the dude was just naked, or he was wearing flesh colored like workout tights. Like he was wearing pantyhose or something. It was yeah, the unicycle was just odd enough, but that was kind of cool. But then it was like I didn't so yeah, there's the ways of finding entertainment here. You just don't know. Okay, well, on that note, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all the questions. If you have other questions to send me for my daily updates, then please feel free to message me on either WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram. Um, yeah, anyway, and I'll be sure to keep you updated on when the new wedding date will be. Um, I personally can't wait to find out when that day will be, and I will be sure to I'll be sure to share it with you. So thank you all. Have a great day. Have a good night. Oh, and uh, Dad, happy Father's Day. It's Father's Day here, and soon it'll be Father's Day soon in California as well. So thank you for being an epic dad and a role model. Sorry I couldn't get you a daughter-in-law for Father's Day. I'm gonna send you a tie instead, probably. I hope that covers. And one last question. Speaking, yeah, laundromat resource. How are you so handsome? It's great you brought that up because I was just talking about my dad, and he's the reason. So, well, and my mom, genetics. So, grace of God. But yeah, so just one more thing I'm thankful for to my father is my face. Yeah. Who is my favorite brother? It's a tie. Yeah. I think that's true. Keegan Jones. Only one is online right now, so that's an easy answer. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Thanks, Laundromat Resource, for coming in and trying to break up my family and causing family drama on the what would have been my wedding day. Appreciate that. Cool. All right. But if one had to live and one had to die, hmm. One had to live, one had to die. I think Andrew would have to die. My little brother would have to die because my older brother has kids and he needs to take care of his kids. and if he died, then I would probably have to take care of his kids, and I want my own kids. So my nieces are great, but yeah, I think the girls would want their father. So I don't know why I'm trying to sign off because I feel like Keegan Jones says, "Why are you trying to sign off?" I don't know. I don't know. I guess I guess people can leave if they want, right? So, yeah, today's scheduled programming is basically over. I had a list of things to talk about, and that's gone. So yeah. Um, Minu Choi says, "Who is your favorite student from the Wellspring School?" Well, I'm pretty sure there's only one of those on here. So if we're going by that brother logic, I guess it would have to be Mingyu Choi, since he's the one that showed up for my live stream. So yeah, I guess it'd have to be him. But that does not mean that I'm going to grade his final project any less or any less strictly. I'm not going to grade it any differently. But I appreciate you being here. Can I start over? I can, but I don't want to. So yeah, that's the thing with live streams. They don't start over very well. Yeah, I guess I can post this and you can watch it then. But yeah, there's a lot of bikers out today. I'm hoping my unicycle friend shows up again. I'm not making it up. There's a good chance. I mean, it's only a couple days in. I've only been in quarantine a couple of days, so I don't think I'm seeing things yet. If it were like day 12 and I saw that, I would probably think like, oh shoot, I got to get out of here. I'm seeing dudes in pantyhose riding unicycles. That can't be real. But since it was yesterday, day 3, I think it actually happened. Can I do it backwards? No. If I could, I would. But I just don't think I can. Yeah. Hmm. One question I have, because they're sending me a lot of coffee, and like I said, it's all I don't do caffeine. The last thing I want in here is a migraine. Um, yeah, and I don't know what to do with this. I get this canned coffee, which is supposed to come hot. When you, oh my gosh, let's be mild coffee. I didn't even see like the English on it. Coffee as sweet as falling in love, falling in first love. Always let's be together. That's beautiful. So, oh hey Noel, welcome to the chat. Yeah, coffee as sweet as falling in first love. I don't, but coffee drinkers like you don't really drink coffee for the sweetness, right? Like that's what I don't know. I've never heard someone like say like, "Oh, I'm a coffee fan," or "I'm a big coffee drinker," and then go on to talk about how much you like mochas. That doesn't seem to be a thing. You don't want that sweet taste in your coffee. Um, like teenagers who want to seem mature by drinking coffee, those are the people that want sweet coffee. Like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, I just love coffee. I totally drink coffee like all the time. And then they have like a cup that's 2/3 sugar or 1/3 coffee. Um, that's the sweet, yeah, that's sweet as falling in first love. I also know a lot of people though where coffee is probably their first love. Um, yeah, like judging by their Facebook posts, it's like every single one of them is about coffee, memes about coffee. So for them, I think
이 시설은 금연구역입니다.
that's what I'm
공중시설
talking
내
about.
흡연은
This is my
금지되어
alarm clock.
있습니다. 흡연 발각 시 과태료 부과 또는 강제 출국될 수 있으니 이 점 유의하시기 바랍니다. This is an announcement from the head desk. Smoking in the facility is strongly prohibited. Smoking in the room may result in penalty or may be forced to leave the country. 상황실에서 알려드립니다. 이 시설은 금연구역입니다. 공중시설 내 흡연은 금지되어 있습니다. 흡연 발각 시 과태료 부과 또는 강제 출국될 수 있으니 이 점 유의하시기 바랍니다. This is an announcement from the head desk. Smoking in the facility is strongly prohibited. Smoking in the room may result in penalty or may be forced to leave the country.
Not allowed to smoke in here. Yeah, that was the first. I guess someone must have been smoking in the hall. That wasn't me, and you guys are my witnesses. So if they come asking you who's smoking, you guys can tell them it's not me. Yeah, that's basically that comes on when they're done delivering meals, when they're about to come around for temperature checks, um, when they're coming around to collect trash, all that. So yeah, we get those updates. So it's that voice that connects me to the outside world, that and the internet. So, another thing that's been fun for me lately is all of my meals come with rubber bands. It's tied around the. I have rubber bands, so I won't go bored as long as I have these, because I can just do that all day and never be bored. Or I could tie them all together and make a chain, or shoot them at people, shoot them at the bikers heading, just shoot them out the window at all the bikers riding past. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the red zone is for immediate loading and unloading of passengers only. There's no parking in the white zone. Do they have CCTV in the room? No, that would be a total invasion of privacy. Unless the camera's hidden, which, if it is, yeah. Today's day 4. Yeah. For those of you watching from the US, are movie theaters open there? Are people allowed to go to the movies yet? That was one thing I was thinking about. If someone could answer me, if they know. Okay. If not, that's fine. I feel like I know I don't have anywhere to be. And this is going back to Keegan's point about why are you trying to sign off? You don't have anywhere to be. I think it's when there's lulls. If I don't know what to talk about, things get awkward, and then I want to sign off. Um, Signing off from a live stream honestly feels like you've been chosen to close a group prayer. Like if you're in a prayer circle and it's one of those pray as you feel led situations. You're in the circle, people are praying, and then especially if it's a big group and not everybody's going to pray, or maybe they will, you just don't know. And so you kind of like, I don't know what the rule of thumb is in ending a live stream that doesn't have a time limit. So most people who do this, like on Twitch, they they say like, oh well, it's 4 o'clock and I have things to do, so I'm gonna sign off now. For me, yeah, I don't know. Like, do I wait? Like, if there's not a comment in 10 seconds, do I say thanks, goodbye? Do I wrap it up? That's that's typically what I do in a prayer circle. If it's anywhere between 5 and 10 seconds of silence, then I'll close. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I will say though that if you are ever in a group prayer circle, you should always volunteer to open. And there's a couple different reasons for that. Reason number one, if you are opening in a group prayer circle, you don't have to worry about the awkward starting starting at the same time as somebody else. Both start praying, and then you're like, "Oh, you go." It's like when you are walking past someone on the street and you both step to the same direction, and then you do that awkward dance. It's like that, but with prayer. Um, and then like you can't by winning that situation, you have to yield to the other person. But the other person doesn't want to be yielded to. They want to yield to you because you're praying and you have to be selfless and you have to let others go first. But when two people are letting the other one go first, just makes everything awkward. I hate that situation. So that's reason number one why you want to open in the prayer circle. Um, Reason number two why you want to open in the prayer circle is because you get first pick on the requests that are on the board or that have been shared. Okay, and this is a twofer because one, not only do you get to make that decision, which is a great decision to make, but also you don't have to remember everything that's been said. Because when it gets down the list, you're like, did someone pray for that? Did someone pray for that? Ah, shoot, what hasn't been prayed for yet? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's this one's available, but I don't know. I don't think that's a legitimate request. I don't know if I should be even praying for that. And then you have to do like a prayer shot block for them, and that's just awkward. So first pick of the requests goes to the person who opens. That's reason number two. Reason number three why you want to be the opener in a prayer circle is you set the tone for the prayer circle. Okay, if you go, if you're long-winded and eloquent and poetic and really deep and quoting scripture in your prayers, everyone else is going to feel that same way. They're like, oh shoot, I gotta really be rethinking what I'm going to say in this prayer circle. And if you're not the opener and they do that, now you have to like you've got to add some Lord God's every other word. You got to start quoting scripture in that. You can't just say your piece and be done with it. That's not good optics in the prayer circle, and you'll lose points in your small group. So you don't want to lose points in your small group because when small group season ends and they draft the next year, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt your score, and you're gonna get stuck in the small group with nobody in your age group. You don't want that. So you gotta keep those small group points high so that you get drafted to a good, fun small group. So that is reason number three. You get to set the tone. So those are the three reasons why you want to start. Why you want to be the opener. Yeah. What are you supposed to do with your hands in a live stream? I'm trying to keep them out of frame. Honestly, I'm just trying to keep them out of the picture, both literally and figuratively. Christine Park says, and just. Yeah, you don't want to say, or you do actually. Everyone knows that by saying just in your prayers, that it means that God is more likely to answer your prayers the way you want them to if you use the word just. That's just how it is. Lord God, we just come to you and we just pray that you would just come and just fill this place. That you would just place a hedge of protection around us, and just do your will in our lives. And pray that you would just adjust our attitudes to be more loving and just more like you, God. Just more like you, God. Just. Oh, such fun. Such fun. I've heard, I don't know if, okay, I haven't been in a prayer circle in Korea, but I have heard Korean prayer, like Korean group prayer, as a term to describe when everybody says their prayers all at the same time. It's like a pray it all, let God sort them out kind of deal. And I do like those. I don't know if we should absolutely like. I don't know if that is a Korean thing. If it is, someone in the chat can definitely confirm that. So if so, thank you, Korea. That is something you have given the world that that I really appreciate. Put that on the list. Pretty great things. The Korean prayer group, Samsung, and Kia Sorrento. Thank you. Thank you, Korea. We appreciate you. When the prayer turns into a gossip circle, that is one of my favorite and also least favorite things. If you guys know how to, if you see it coming, there is one surefire way. This is the Jonathan Acuff's method of making sure that he has two ways. Jonathan Acuff is an author. He wrote a book called Stuff Christians Like, and he wrote about two different ways to end gossip in a prayer circle. The first way is to have a gossip board in the middle of your prayer circle. And this is an actual like plank of wood. And if someone starts gossiping, they get smacked with it. That is one way to dispel it. The other way is to just say, this is about you, isn't it? So if someone starts praying, it's like, so my friend was in this really bad relationship, some embarrassing pictures of him, and now they're online for you to see. You can go on his Instagram and look at them. You start saying, this is about you, isn't it? Like your friend was in a bad relationship. No, you were in a bad relationship, right? And the girl stole your identity and posted pictures of you online. This is about you, right? And then they say like, no, I would never do such a thing. And then you're like, then you shouldn't talk about other people doing that. That one's just best to less is more with that. Less is more. We don't need to hear the story of other people. It's better left as an unspoken, I think. So, yeah. Another thing to do during prayer, if you're in a prayer circle, is if you have every eye closed, every head bowed. If you press your thumbs into your eyes like this, you can sometimes see angels dancing around in the light. Just something to think about if someone's going on and on in their prayer. I heard a quote once. I don't remember who said it. I heard it first from a guy named John Montgomery. That's the best credit I can give. I don't know if he was the first person to say this, but this, yeah, it's if someone's praying, say, if you pray for 1 minute, I will pray with you. If you pray for 2 minutes, I will pray for you. If you pray for 3 minutes, I'm now praying against you. So don't be a Pharisee in a prayer circle, I guess. Love you too, brother. Good night. Not sure if it's a Korean thing. Well, I know the Kia Sorrento is. So there is one Korean thing though, and I know this is a Korean thing, and it's something I'm worried about. If you guys notice, my hair is getting pretty long, and I'm at this place where do I cope? Do I just kind of deal with it for the wedding? Wherever it may be, it might get a little bit long, but is it good enough to get married in, or do I go and get it cut as soon as I get out of here? That scares me because I'm particular about barbers. I gotta really trust a barber before I let them touch my hair, especially because this is barbers. I gotta really trust a barber before I let them touch my hair, especially because this is a day of haircut. That's something that I just don't know anyone in this country that I have that much faith in, especially because I've never gotten a haircut in Korea, and I've seen the haircuts in Korea. And no offense to Koreans, I don't want your haircut. I am honestly afraid that if I walk into a barber and I'm not careful with my words or descriptions, then I'm gonna end up with blonde hair that looks like a Ruffles potato. That's something that if that happens, I will have to push back the wedding until my hair gets fixed. If that happens, I can't be going on a live stream getting married with my hair looking like crinkle cut fries. That's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I can't do that. So, yeah. No offense to I mean, if there are any K-pop stars watching, I apologize. I do not mean to offend you. I'm sure if you like your hair like that, that's great. I'm happy. That's the number one rule of haircuts, right? Is if you like it, then if you wear it confidently, that's good. I don't have the confidence to pull off sound wave hair. I just don't. So I don't have the confidence to wear a lot of the clothes that you guys wear in those videos. I'm not a fan of skinny jeans, first of all. And I see a lot of skinny jeans on K-pop videos. Um, I've never been into skinny jeans because I just don't have. But hey, if you got the legs for it and you want people, if you got it, flaunt it. As Mel Brooks says, if you got it, flaunt it. Go for it. So yeah, not super flattering. It's not. It's just not. So yeah. Wow, it's been an hour. That was an hour well spent. Now I actually do have a reason to sign off though, because my voice is getting pretty raspy. I haven't talked this long in a really long time. Normally this is like a class session, but it's been a long time since I've been in the classroom, and my voice is out of shape. So I think I will sign off. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for entertaining me with your questions and listening to me talk and babble about things I don't really know about. It's been fun. So thank you all. And I will see you when I see you and talk to you when I talk to you. All right. So long.